This year marks 109 years since the Eastland, the speed queen of the Great Lakes, rolled over into the Chicago River.
Now, a century later, families of the people who were on the ship that day are coming together to commemorate their loss. Now, the Eastland Gallery is part of the Chicago Titanic Exhibit, giving people a chance to connect with their family's past. Maureen and Paul join us with more. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you.
Just like Sarah, you both have ancestral connections to this tragedy. So, Maureen, let's just start with you.
Sure. So I learned about it from my grandfather. I remember being 6 or 7, and he showed me a family picture, an old family picture, and he pointed to 2 sisters, Rose and Johanna, and said that they had died on the Eastland. And my interest was just piqued right away. I really get into family history and ancestry, things like that. And ever since that day when he told me about it, I've just been so curious.
And you decided to actually take it a step further and pay honor to them and honor their memory by naming your daughter's middle names after them.
Yeah, so I gave birth to twins almost 8 years ago.
Yeah.
And as soon as we found out it was twin girls, I knew the perfect way to honor my ancestors was to middle name my girls Rose and Johanna. And
Did you say another family member had a close call that day?
yeah, my great-grandmother almost died had she gone on the boat. She was a little toddler, and her mom didn't go on the boat that day because of morning sickness. It's how the family story goes. So had she gone on that boat, I can't imagine.
Do you know, did they work for Western Electric
They
too?
did, yeah.
It was a big company trip.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, you're kind of the other end of this story, not a victim, but a hero connection. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Charles Gunderson is my great-grandfather, and he grew up in Norway. His whole family was in the shipbuilding business, and he was a great swimmer when he was a young little kid, and he knew all about ships. So it just sort of evolved into him being, well adapted for diving. He came over on a ship in late 1800s with other Norwegians, and when he got to Chicago, he decided he was going to start a diving company. So it was the Gunderson and Son Diving Company. He had his 2 sons. And he just happened to be called when the Eastland happened. He had worked for 4 days on 5-hour shifts each time to go in and retrieve the bodies. He unfortunately wasn't going after any survivors. They were all the victims. And he said he lost count after he brought up the 100th body out of there. So,
And was really risking his own life by doing
well,
this.
he almost died. If you're in those big suits and you have an air tube attached to it and you're going through hallways and rooms to find the bodies, it got pinched and he didn't have any air coming down. So he had to get up to the surface right away. By the time he did, he fell unconscious. He was hoisted out, and he did come back. Took a little rest and then went right back down.
Wow, that is unbelievable. Even thinking about the technology more than 100 years ago, that probably didn't exist.
Yeah.
It's so different than it is today.
Right.
Now, what's really cool is that on July 20th, we're all going to be together in Skokie because they have the Titanic exhibit, which also has an Eastland exhibit. So we're going to have a family night there where we'll share more stories. But have you guys met other families and other connections before having this event?
Well, the Eastland Historical Society really does a nice job of keeping the memory alive. So every year they have a ceremony down by the river. So I've been down to that a few times, and it's just a nice way to remember and recognize that day with other families.
What's it like for you when you're talking to your children about, the provenance of where their middle names came from?
It means a lot to them. I think they feel a special connection. We live in the city, so every time we cross the river on that bridge, we make a little note and we talk about it as a family. And they definitely feel that. They feel that.
Do you feel that as well with your family, just kind of talking about the story?
Definitely, I mean, we visit the Riverwalk there at that site a lot.
Yeah.
My grandfather had commented to his daughter that he just couldn't sleep for many times, days after this happened. He just kept seeing visions of those ladies and those kids sitting in the chairs as he went down into the ballroom to find the bodies. It was so sad.
Oh, and Paul, we just are curious, are you a diver at all? Do you do
No.
scuba diving? I
No.
just was wondering, I didn't know.
He didn't go into the business.
No, not at all.
Yes.
So you're really looking forward to this event.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
have you seen what is in the exhibit already or help curate it?
Well, I remember the one that we had years ago at the Museum of Science and Industry,
Yes.
so I know a little bit about what's going to be there.
Incredible.
And I know recently, within the last like 10 years or so, some new video surfaced
Right.
of the event. So I'm sure that's part of it, and just kind of really putting all of the pieces together, even, 100 years later.
And you're emceeing it.
Yes, come, donate, all the things. Yes.
Yeah, it's so important to keep this history alive and the
I agree.
legacy going.
It's a part of Chicago.
Absolutely.
And so many people don't even know anything about it.
Yeah, it is crazy, isn't it?
It had more deaths than the fire.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
the
844, isn't that
The biggest
unbelievable?
tragedy, incredible. And speaking of part of Chicago, if Maureen looks familiar to you all that watching, it's because you're part of.
Walter E. Smith Furniture.
There you go.
me,
So,
yes.
I know
Yeah.
it, but just in case someone at home watching is like, I know her from somewhere.
Our family's been a part of Chicago for a long time,
Yeah.
and my affiliation with this has nothing to do with furniture. It's
Right.
just with a passion for remembering and
Absolutely.
honoring.
We love that.
Oh,
Yeah.
and as you mentioned, the Eastland Disaster Historical Society does great work. Maureen, Paul, thank you so much for being here to share your connections. Again, the Family Night fundraiser is Saturday, July 20th. We'll be there. Head to eastlanddisaster.org/family night. They have several other events coming up as well as we hit the anniversary here. So find them on Facebook, all the links there on your screen.
And Sarah will be emceeing the event.
Did
Go
we
see
mention
her.
that?